Hey there, interwebs, and welcome back to How Fascinating. As I would hope you know by now, I'm a writer. Part of the job is knowing lots of words, but sometimes the word you need for a specific context doesn't exist. It's those times that you have to make one up, and I love making up new words. I've previously made an entire video devoted to German words of my own creation, but I also make up new English words as well. Examples include xerology, magnafluent, and today's word of the day, pseudo-mnemonic. Exactly what is a pseudo-mnemonic, I assume you are now wondering? Well, let's start with a regular mnemonic first. A mnemonic device, usually just shortened to mnemonic, is any learning technique that aids in information retention or retrieval. These can take the form of rhymes and/or alliteration, such as righty-tighty, lefty-loosey, acronyms, such as FOIL, or phrases with the same initials, such as my very educated mother just says unquestionably not. The word comes from the ancient Greek mnemonikos, meaning relating to memory, and it's related to Mnemosyne, goddess of remembrance and mother of the 9 muses. Pseudo comes from the ancient Greek word for false, and when used as a prefix gives us words like pseudosphere and pseudo-dragon. Therefore, a pseudo-mnemonic would relate to false memories or remembering a falsehood. It is, in essence, using something which is incorrect or illogical as a method to remember counterintuitive information. How about some examples? I always used to confuse alligators and crocodiles because I had difficulty remembering which snout shape went with which group. Now I use the following pseudo-mnemonic. Alligators have C-shaped snouts, which stands for alligator, and crocodiles have A-shaped snouts, which of course stands for crocodile. In the world of rock climbing, there is a type of hold known as a crimp, and you can either do a half crimp, also known as an open crimp, or a full crimp, also known as a closed crimp. Here, I am performing an open crimp, and you can see that my hand forms a C, for open. Here, I am doing a closed crimp, and my hand makes an O, for closed. For a non-alphabetic example, let's look at combinations and permutations. Your other word of the day, by the way, is non-alphabetic. Although combinations and permutations are both types of data set, there is an important difference. With permutations, order matters. But how can you easily remember that? It's time to break out a pseudo-mnemonic. This one I learned from my dad, who as we established last week is also my on-call math guru. If I have a combination lock and its unlock code is 0512, that's a combination of the digits 0, 1, 2, and 5. 2051 is also a combination of those same digits, but that won't open my lock, assuming it's functioning correctly. With a combination lock, order matters. You must use the correct permutation of numbers, which is what makes its name so misleading. One final pseudo-mnemonic relates to the months of the year. As a child, I often had difficulty remembering which ones had 31 days and which had only 30. If you grew up in America, you probably learned the rhyme 30 days hath September, April, June, and November. My problem was that I always wanted to say April, May, and November, because May naturally follows April when you're listing the months, and it still fits the cadence. In fact, you could even say 30 days hath September, August, May, and December. It still fits the cadence and the rhyme perfectly, but with the exception of September, it's completely incorrect. A much better mnemonic, which I only learned later in life, is the knuckles method. Put your fists out in front of you, palms down, then start assigning months to the knuckles and dips between them, starting with your left pinky and skipping the thumbs. The months that actually land on the knuckles are the ones with 31 days. This trick works because the 31-day months alternate until you get to July and August, but that lines up with the gap between your hands. Building upon this trick, I created the following pseudo-mnemonic. There are actually 13 months, but the one between July and August has 0 days. Now with this extra month in place, every alternate month beginning with January has 31 days, full stop. Every other month has 30, with the exceptions of February, which has either 28 or 29 depending on leap years, and this extra month with 0. I suppose you could call it Jugust, a portmanteau of July and August, or Naugust, from naught, meaning nothing, or 0. Are all of these pseudo-mnemonics a bit silly? Sure, but in the words of the chieftain, Nicholas Moran, if it's stupid but it works, it's not stupid. If you have any pseudo-mnemonics of your own, I'd love to read about them in the comments below. Until next time, thanks for watching, and have a fascinating day.